How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. Today I want to talk to you about some of the massive events moving forward that could change the cryptocurrency market. We have events that happened already this week. Things are happening tomorrow, Friday, next Tuesday, Wednesday. We have things that are happening several months off into the future and up to about 3 months in the future. So we have so many different events. I want to put them all together for you because it's hard to keep all these in order and to keep track of all of them because there are, like I said, just a ton of events happening. I'm going to keep it really short for you, even though we have a lot of information to cover. If you guys don't mind hitting the like button and subscribe button, I appreciate that. There's also a link down there to FTX. They're giving away tons of money all the time. And right now they have a prize for $68,000. Whenever someone on the Golden State Warriors hits a three, they're adding $2,000 to this. And it's super easy to get entered to win. And it didn't look like too many people were trying to get part of this. So you might actually have a really good chance. Use the links underneath the video though to sign up to ftx.us. I'm signed up there. I'm going to be using it a lot more as well. When you sign up using that link, you get discount codes off of trading. You also get free crypto when you trade over $100. You get $10, and you get free crypto on trades over $10. So there's so many different reasons to use that code underneath the video. It's a great company. We have Bitcoin and cryptocurrency kind of just fluctuating and just going between 28,000 and 32,000 for the last 3.5 weeks. It's been quite boring, but you have to remember, even when we're going down, over the long term, Bitcoin has beat out so many different assets. I mean, if you're looking at anything at least 2 years back, it crushes gold, it crushes the S&P 500, and we're talking about thousands of percent, 1,000-time better return over the last 10 years, and even over the last 5 years. I mean, Bitcoin's up nearly a 10x, and gold is up less than 50%. S&P hasn't even doubled. So over the long term, Bitcoin's performed extremely well. And when we look at these kinds of bottom indicators as well, with Bitcoin and crypto, you can take a look at the number of news articles mentioning a bear market rally. And typically, when we have a large spike in this, we go back off to the races. So back in 2019, we had a lot of articles talking about this because that's like max fear. And we had this back in 2015, 2016 as well, 2020. And you can see the prices exploded after that. And right now we're at a large peak in bear market rallies. So we have had a lot of different events happen recently and moving forward that could change how the market moves. So first of all, we had the crypto bill outlined yesterday. I think it's quite bullish to have some kind of regulation or some kind of clarity around regulation here in the US. One reason is there are a lot of companies that offer products that were being used a lot. Like I can see the backside for something like BlockFi, and I work with them. I brought in a lot of accounts. Recently, since they got slapped with these fines, they're not bringing in that many accounts, and it's harder to bring in people because of the fact that they don't have as much of a reason to go with something like BlockFi as opposed to some other company because they're not able to offer that interest. So hopefully, some of this regulation will allow these companies to continue to work and continue to offer the products that we're doing quite well and making people use their platforms and buy on their platforms. We also have companies that are cautious about buying Bitcoin, at least public companies, because they don't know how it's going to be regulated. Also, we do have those accounting rules that show that if Bitcoin's price goes down, you have to take that as a loss. If it goes back up, you still have to count that loss. It doesn't get regained unless you sell. So the fact is more companies will probably buy when that accounting rule changes. We also had the fact that maybe we get a spot ETF when that happens, just because we're protecting investors, but the fact is we're not really protecting investors. We're just making it harder for them to invest. We also have the ECB that is supposed to signal rate hike increases tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. It's expected because there is so much inflation. And then Friday here, we have the CPI coming out at 8:30 a.m. If it prints lower again, that'd be quite bullish, and I think people will be really watching then next week because the Fed is supposed to give their statement on what they're going to do going forward. And right now, we are expecting a 0.5 point increase and another 0.5 point increase in June and July. And then we might see something different in September. We might not see another 50 basis point increase if inflation is coming down. Now, something really bullish that happened today, Ethereum is going live with their Robstein testnet. They already moved to proof of stake on their testnet. This is the oldest testnet, and it gets us closer to the inevitable Ethereum merge. So Ethereum is supposed to merge very soon in August, and assuming there are no problems, they're on track for this. It seems like this Robstein testnet merge went smoothly. Now, when they move over to proof of stake, They will hopefully lower transaction fees. They'll be able to scale easier in the future and be deflationary, which is awesome as a holder, as someone that already has Ethereum. The fact is it changes so that way you don't need buying pressure to keep the price the same. You can actually have selling pressure and it can stay the same because it is deflationary. It's harder to get your hands on it. We also have Cardano, which is going to have an event called Vasil. This is a hard fork combinator event, and that's supposed to happen just in the next 3 weeks. So 3 weeks from today, June 29. Now this upgrade is expected to improve their Plutus smart contract platform. What we've seen in the past too is when these kind of events happen, we do see the price action actually do quite well. We see that the price go up leading up to this, but typically we do see a sell of the event, especially if the overall crypto market is bearish. The fact is usually we'll go pump and then we'll see a sell off as well, but it's still great for Cardano and will hopefully allow them to build faster in the future. Now we also have, in just about a month and a half, we start to have earnings again from some of the massive tech companies. These move the market, and the fact is the crypto market is still very tied to the stock market. So if Amazon, Apple, Facebook, Tesla, these companies start to report really good earnings or give better outlooks on inflation and or supply chains, it might be good for crypto as well. Now, we also have the fact that we might have that U-turn in policy from the Fed in September. A lot of people will probably be betting on that. And let's not forget, Ukraine and Russia can hopefully get past this conflict, and hopefully that helps some of the supply chain constraints as well. Now, I just want to be clear. We could go through more downwards price action. We could go through more sideways action. We've been just trending or just going sideways between 28 and 32. And the fact is, I think Bitcoin will do much better than the altcoins when we see this kind of action, because a lot of people are just fleeing to safety. So we can have a lot of great things that are happening fundamentally without great price action. Just remember, over time, price increases for Bitcoin because it is easily trackable in a world where everything can be inflated and built more of, and there are so many different problems with transparency. Bitcoin is the most transparent hard asset out there. So of course you have to do your due diligence. I'm not saying to go YOLO. I am still dollar cost averaging. I'm building up my Bitcoin position. I'm buying more stocks to good quality companies, and I will continue to give you guys my thoughts along the way. Let me know your thoughts underneath the video though. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Let me know which of these events do you think will actually push up the market long term, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.